తొమ్మిదేళ్ళయింది. తొమ్మిదేళ్ళయింది. మొక్కలకి
Hello. Good morning, dear students. Is it audible?
Good morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, shall I start the lecture?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you visible my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, before going to start the today's lecture, so what we discussed in earlier class, just will remind that those are the what are the basic terms generally used in our friction, and we know the some definitions of the friction. Okay, and inclined plane. So inclined plane point of view, what is the pulling force? How to get the minimum required force for inclined plane? Okay, those are already seen that. So now all of you observe that. So here what we have written directly to the our minimum force required to the our motion up the plane and motion down the plane for inclined body, for inclined the plane. So when we write that, that is the our with friction and without friction. Okay, those two are there, those two forces are there. So those are the considering motion of the body down the plane point of view, P naught equals to W sine alpha by sine of theta minus alpha, and without friction. So when we are considering the friction point of view, W sine alpha minus pi by sine of theta minus alpha minus pi. So that with friction and without friction values. So actually, okay, when we write the particular values, we made the some calculation part, but we didn't do that. Why? Because already know the basic procedure. So directly to write the particular values. Okay. So now coming to be here, next they may also calculated the efficiency of inclined plane. Okay, all of you mute your mics. Roll number 321. Mute your mics. Okay, now going to calculate the efficiency of inclined plane. So what is the efficiency here? All of you observe that it is simply to say that it is the ratio of effort required, neglecting the friction to the effort required considering the friction, is known as efficiency of inclined plane. So now they may also consider here, that is the eta equals to P naught by P. So here two cases are there for inclined plane. Those are the motion, motion of the body up the plane and motion down the plane. Two cases are there. So they may also calculated the value for motion up the plane. So when the body up the plane, so then they may also consider here eta equals to P naught by P. So what are the values are there? P naught value. So when we see that, P naught value, when we see that, so all of you observe that W sine alpha by motion up the plane. So W sine alpha by sine theta minus alpha, and P value is the W sine alpha plus pi by sine of theta minus alpha plus pi. So they may also substitute those two values here. When they are substituted here, so then they may also expanding the particular equations. Those are the all of you observe that W sine alpha by sine theta minus alpha. So here when we are having the sine theta minus alpha, so that is seems to be sine A minus B. So that is also expanding here. Sine A minus B means sine sine A minus B, sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. So that is the sine of sine alpha by W sine alpha by W is there. So W term is in our P naught value is also having the W, and P value is also having the W. Both are cancellating here. So the remaining terms are sine alpha by sine theta cos alpha minus cos theta sine alpha. That is the A minus B expanding here. So and this side sine of theta minus alpha plus pi point of view is also again, they may also substituted the sine A minus B. Sine theta into cos of alpha plus pi minus cos theta into sine of alpha plus pi by sine alpha plus pi. So they may also write there. So here for getting the for simplifying the our equation, they may also make the one thing, that is the multiplying the numerator and denominator by the sine of alpha plus pi into sine theta. So when they are numerator and denominator by the sine of alpha plus pi sine theta, so then the remaining term is, all of you observe that when they are when they make that, so the remaining term is cot alpha plus pi minus cot theta by cot alpha minus cot theta. So that is the remaining term is there when we are multiplying numerator and denominator with the sin alpha plus pi sin theta. So that is there. So all of you observe that. Finally they get that the value cot alpha plus pi minus cot theta by cot alpha minus cot theta. Next, here the eta value, when we get the eta value, then they may also substitute the some value, that is the theta values. So that is the when effort is applied horizontally. So that means the theta value, the theta value is considering here 90 degrees. When the theta value will substitute the 90, then efficiency value is how much? So eta equals to, when they are substituted the theta 90 degrees, then the term is tan alpha by tan alpha plus pi. So you will observe that just you will substitute the theta value 90 in our equation. So then that value is tan alpha by tan alpha plus pi. So coming to the second condition point of view, when the effort is applied parallel to the plane, so then the theta value is 90 plus alpha. Then theta value is 90 plus alpha. So when they substituted the theta place 90 plus alpha, then the term is eta equals to cot alpha plus pi minus cot 90 plus alpha by cot alpha minus cot 90 plus alpha. So when they write that cot alpha plus pi plus cot 90 plus alpha means, again they may write the minus tan alpha, and cot alpha minus cos 90 plus alpha means, that is, sorry, here cot here what we have written in our equation, this is the wrong is there, cot. Actually we wrote the cos, but that is cot 90 plus. So when we are simplifying the equation, the term is cot alpha plus pi plus tan alpha by cot alpha plus tan alpha. So then so then cot alpha plus pi, they may also write sin alpha plus pi by cos alpha plus pi and sin alpha by cos alpha. So when they write that, then simplifying the equation, then the remaining term is sin alpha cos pi sin alpha plus pi. That is the term is there. So that is the first case. Now going to take the second case, motion down the plane. So motion down the plane point of view, again we wrote the values, that is the our effort required. Effort is required, minimum force required to the with friction and without friction values, that is the P by P naught. So the P value is W sin alpha minus pi by sin of theta minus alpha minus pi into our P naught value is the W sin alpha by sin of theta minus alpha. So when we write that, W is there, both are cancelling here, and we will make the same procedure here. Sin alpha minus pi by sin of A minus B. So again, write the sin A minus B formula, that is the sin A cos B minus cos A sin B, and into, and here sin theta minus alpha is also similar to that one, sin theta cos alpha minus cos theta sin alpha by sin alpha. So again we have the okay, the equation is there, big equation is there. For simplifying the equation, then they are also multiplying numerator and denominator with the sin alpha minus pi into sin theta here. Sin alpha minus pi into sin theta. When they are okay multiplying with the particular term, numerator and denominator, so then the value comes eta equals to cot alpha minus cot theta by cot alpha minus pi minus cot theta. If you are having the any doubt here, okay, for simplifying the equation, just you will make the particular procedure, just multiplying with the term sin alpha minus pi into sin theta, okay, numerator and denominator, both the terms. So then the remaining term will comes this one. Then now when we get the eta value, then the case 1 eta, the case 1 point of view, then theta value will substituted 90 degrees. That means effort is applied horizontally. Effort is applied to the horizontally. So then eta equals to cot alpha by cot alpha minus pi. Why? Because cot 90 means nearly goes to the 0. Okay, cot pi and cot 90 is the 0. So the remaining term is here. That is also written as cot tan alpha minus pi by tan alpha. And next time they also substituted that theta value is okay 90 plus alpha, 90 plus alpha. So then the eta equals to cot alpha minus cot 90 plus alpha. Again, okay, it may also comes cot 90 plus alpha means minus tan alpha. Okay, when we write that cot alpha plus tan alpha by cot alpha minus pi plus tan alpha. So that equals to here when we write that cot is replacing with cos by sin, and tan is replacing with sin by cos. So then the remaining term is comes sin alpha minus pi by cos, sorry, sin alpha into cos pi. Okay, that is when okay, when we are simplifying the equation, so it may also comes sin alpha minus pi by sin alpha cos pi. So that is there. So this is belongs to the inclined plane efficiency. When we find out the efficiency of the inclined plane, so that is the procedure is there. Okay. So the next topic is, all of you observe that screw jack. It is very important derivation, particularly to this chapter. So screw jack. So what is the okay? What is the mean of screw jack? So here all of you observe that. So simply to say that it is a device for lifting of heavy loads by applying small efforts. By applying the smaller efforts. Okay, it is the main purpose of screw jack. So already know the screw jack. So how we are okay, how we use the particular screw jack, where we apply, where we use the our screw jack application point of view, already know that. So it is similar to the procedure of that inclined plane. It is worked similar to that of the inclined plane. So what we discussed in earlier class, that is also similar to that one. So before going to derive the particular procedure, okay, of the screw jack, so we are having the some terms are there. Those are the helix. Helix is there. Helix means simply to say that it is the curve traced by a particle moving along the screw thread. Helix means simply to say that it is the curve traced by a particle moving along a screw thread. Screw thread. So it is the helix. And pitch. So pitch means it is the distance from a point of okay one screw to the another screw. So that is the pitch value. Pitch value is the distance between the one screw thread to the next screw thread. So that is the screw that is the our pitch. And lead, so lead point of view, it is the distance the screw thread advances axially in one turn. The screw thread advances axially in one turn. The distance from the, okay, it is the distance a screw thread advances axially in one turn. So that is the distance is calling as lead. And the depth of the thread, so it is the distance between the top and bottom of the top and bottom surfaces of the threads. That is our depth of the thread. And multi-threaded screws. So here multi-threaded screw means it is more than one thread cut in one lead distance of the screw. So lead distance, lead means already said in our okay before one. So that is the, so it is the distance a screw thread axially in one turn. So the distance of the screw thread axially in one turn. So one turn, how much of the distance is there? That is taken as the lead. So here, therefore, lead equals to pitch into number of threads. So that is the, okay. So n into our pitch value, that is the consider as the our multi-threaded screws. And now another term is there, important term, that is the helix angle. It is very, very important. Helix angle. So here, so simply to say that it is the slope or inclination of the thread with the horizontal plane. It is the slope or inclination of the thread with the horizontal. So therefore, tan alpha equals to lead of the screw to the circumference of the screw. So lead of the screw, okay, that means therefore again the lead of the screw value nearly to write that. So that is the NP, okay, NP by pi d. So here P means pitch value, and okay, alpha is the helix angle. Alpha is the helix angle here. So what is the formula is there? Tan alpha equals to NP by PD. Okay. So when we are having the multi-threaded, so multi-threaded point of view, N is usaged. So if we are taking to be only one thread, so simply to consider as the only P by pi d. Tan alpha equals to P by pi d. So simply to leave the particular helix angle. Okay, those are the terms used in our screw jack. Okay, those are the terms used in our screw jack. So coming to the here derivation point of view, so that is the requiring, okay, just all of you observe that torque required to lift the load by a screw jack. Torque required to lift the load by the screw jack. So here all of you observe that hello. Okay. So now all of you observe that torque required to lift the load by the screw jack. So how much of the torque is required to lift the screw jack? So that is the, okay, unknown is there. How much of torque is required for lifting of the loads? That is very important. So that will determine here in our derivation. Okay. So when we take the particular, okay, when we take the particular derivation, so just we will see, okay, before going to find out the particular unknown, just we will observe the diagram. So it is very, very important. So all of you observe that. So forces acting on the screw. So how many forces are acting on the particular screw thread? So here all of you observe that. So horizontal plane is there and inclined plane is there. Inclined plane just it may also carrying the one body. Okay, load. So that is the one load is there, one body is there. That body is having the self weight. Okay, that weight W is there, and so all of you observe that for lifting of this load. Okay, for lifting of this load. So that is for lifting of that load W. Okay, for lifting of that load, so some force is required. That force is P. Okay, and self weight W is there. And now taken to be our here, that is the screw. The screw is having the some inclination. The screws are, what are the threads are there in our screw jack? Those threads are okay. That threads are okay, having the some inclination. So and that's why they may also consider as the inclined plane. The okay. So the what is the body is there? The body is placed at an inclined plane. So then the force is required. That force is the P is considered here. So and when the inclination is there, that is the that inclination taken as the alpha. That is the alpha is there. And now all of you observe that. All of you observe that. So here alpha is there. W is there. W is also making with the okay inclination. That inclination is value is the alpha. So all of you observe that. So all of you observe the particular inclination. Okay, alpha. And P is also making with the inclination alpha. Okay. And when we are having the when we are consideration of W, and it makes the it will also give you the some reaction force R suffix N is there. That reaction force towards going on the upside. Okay, and self weight towards going on the bottom side. So those two are there. When we are
Background.
okay, when we are having the so when we are having the W is there and P is there, and now it will make the some inclination, alpha inclination is there. So for that, so when we are resolving the particular forces, so then those are two components are producing. Those are the horizontal component and vertical components. Those are the all of you observe here, W sin alpha and W cos alpha, and P cos alpha. P sin alpha and P cos alpha. Those are there. Now coming to be here. Here, if one complete of screw thread imagined to be unwound, okay, imagined to be unwound from body of the screw and developed. So it will form an inclined plane as shown in figure. So it will also seems to be inclined plane. Okay, inclined plane type of the diagram. So that is also there. And now what are the symbols are, what are the notations are representing, what are the notations are representing here? Those are the P is there, that is here, all of you observe that. So sorry, P is the pitch of the screw, and D is the mean dia of the screw, and alpha is the helix angle, and W is the load to be lifted. Sorry, what we said in earlier one, that is the okay mistaken, load to be lifted. So load to be lifted, how much of load is there? So that is the load value, load to be lifted. And now tan alpha equals to what is the formula? P by pi d. So when you take the only one complete of screw thread, already they will assume that. Okay, they were assumed that if one complete of screw thread, imagine to be unwound from a body of screw and developed. So now tan alpha equals to P by pi d. Here, since the load is being lifted, so then that load is there, load value W is there. When the load is being to be lifted, the force of the friction will be add. Okay, so what is the where we are adding with that the force value? So all of you observe that the force value. Okay. Okay, force friction is also there. The force of friction will be adding downwards. Okay, that is also there. The adding of the downwards. P is there and force of friction is also there. And now all of you observe that here. So how to derive the particular okay derivation? So for getting the torque required to lift the load. So before going to get the our torque value, so they may also make the similar procedure. So that is our equilibrium conditions. So that is the resolving all the forces, resolving the forces along the plane point of view. So what are the horizontal forces are there? Just you will observe that in our diagram. Just you will observe that. P cos alpha. Okay. So what are the forces are there? Those are the P cos alpha. Uh, and P cos alpha is going to be towards right side, and W sin alpha that is going towards left side, and F is there. F is also going towards left side. So that's why they are also okay equating the both the values. While basic equation is P cos alpha minus W sin alpha minus F equals to 0. From that, P cos alpha equals to W sin alpha plus F. W sin alpha plus F. So here it will also written as W sin alpha plus F means it is also written as mu Rn. F is also written as mu Rn. So that is taken as the equation number 1. P cos alpha equals to how much? W sin alpha plus mu Rn. Okay, isn't it? Do you understand this step? Just okay, take the equilibrium condition. All the horizontal forces are equals to 0. So what are the horizontal forces are there? F is there, W sin alpha is there, P cos alpha is there. Just you will consider there. So now resolving the forces, now perpendicular forces. So that means the resolving the forces perpendicular to the plane or vertical forces are equals to 0. So when we write that, what are the vertical forces are there? Rn is there. Okay, Rn is there, and W cos alpha and P sin alpha. Okay, P sin alpha, W cos alpha. So that is taken as the equation number 2. Rn equals to P sin alpha plus W cos alpha. Okay. So here equation 2, Rn value already there. So that equation 2 is substituted in our equation number 1. So what is the equation 1 is there? P cos alpha equals to W sin alpha plus mu into Rn is P sin alpha plus W cos alpha. So just observe that. Just you will observe that P cos alpha equals to W sin alpha plus mu into P sin alpha plus W cos alpha. So therefore W sin alpha plus mu P sin alpha plus W okay mu W cos alpha. So P terms just we will also okay taken as the P terms are one side and W terms are one side. Then P into cos alpha minus mu sin alpha equals to W into sin alpha plus mu cos alpha. So P equals to how much? W into sin alpha plus mu cos alpha by cos alpha minus mu sin alpha. Okay. So all of you observe that. So here substituted the value mu equals to tan pi. Again, mu is replacing with that. Mu is replacing with tan pi. So what is the equation is there? P equals to W into sin alpha plus mu is replacing with tan pi. So tan pi into cos alpha by cos alpha minus tan pi sin alpha. So here, when we write that mu is replacing with tan pi, then they will make the one thing, that is the numerator and denominator by the cos pi, multiplying with the numerator and denominator by the cos pi. So here, so when we multiply with the cos pi value, so the p value equals to W into sin alpha cos pi plus sin alpha by sin alpha into cos alpha, sorry, sin pi into cos alpha, divided by cos alpha cos pi minus sin alpha sin pi. Okay, so cos pi cancellating in this term, so that is the, okay, neglecting here. So the remaining term is sin alpha cos pi sin, okay. So here, if you are observing that, it seems to be sin a plus b, sin alpha cos pi plus sin pi cos alpha. So then they may also substitute that W into sin alpha plus pi by cos alpha cos pi minus cos sin alpha sin pi means cos a plus b, cos alpha plus pi sin alpha plus pi by cos alpha plus pi. P equals to how much? W tan alpha plus pi. So that is the force required to lift the loads. So that is the to lift the loads. P equals to W tan alpha plus pi. Okay. All of you understand that how to get the force value. So now what is the requiring value? What is the required value? So that is the our torque. Torque required to overcome the friction between the screw and nut equals to, that is represented with the T1. T1 equals to force into distance, P into d by 2. So that is the diameter. That means distance is the our actually okay, diameter of the screw jack is there. So that is the our half of the diameter. Okay, so that is the distance is there, d by 2. So when we, okay, p value is the W tan alpha plus pi and d by 2 is there. That is the torque required to overcome the friction between the screw and nut. Screw and nut. And next condition is when the axial load is taken up the, okay, taken up by the thrust collar or flat surface. When the axial load is taken up by the thrust collar or flat surfaces, then the load does not rotate with the screw. Then the torque required to overcome the friction at the collar. Here friction at the collar also. So then when we okay, when we take that, so then the torque is generally to write that mu1, okay, so that is the mu1 into W R1 plus R2 by 2, that equals to, similarly to write as the our average of radiuses. So that is the mu1 WR. So that is the, okay, friction, okay, at the thrust collar. So that is the torque value taken to be mu1 WR is the our, okay, mu1 WR. Therefore, total torque required to overcome the friction. So that is the T1 plus T2. So what are the values are there? T1 plus T2. So that is the PD by 2 plus mu1 WR. So here all of you observe that if effort P1 is applied at the end of the lever of the arm length, effort is applied at the end of the lever of the arm. P1 is effort, okay, P1 is applied at the end of the lever of the arm length. Then the total required, okay, total torque required to overcome the friction must be equals to applied at the end of the lever. So that is the work P into d by 2, that is the P1, okay, that is the P1L. So similarly to write it as sometimes P1L. So sometimes they may also give you the length of the okay, length of the lever. So then they may also consider as that. So here, so some cases are there belongs to the our screw jack. So first one is when the nominal dia and core dia of the screw thread is given, so that the mean dia of the screw is D equals to D naught plus DC by 2. So that means outer dia and core dia. Okay, so that is the nominal dia and core dia is there. That is the mean dia is considered as the D naught plus DC by 2. That is also written as D naught minus P by 2. Okay, that is also written as D naught minus P by 2 or DC plus P by 2, whatever it may be. D value is also written that D naught minus P by 2 or DC plus P by 2. And next, second case point of view, ratio of load lifted to the effort applied at the end of the lever, therefore mechanical advantage. So what is the formula for mechanical advantage? Effort applied to the load, load lifted. So here all of you observe that so W by P1. So what is the value is there? W by P1 is there. So here W by PD by 2L. P1 means P1 value is the PD by 2L. So then W into 2L by, all of you observe that W into 2L by W tan alpha plus pi into D. So here that is also similarly to write that 2L by the term is WW cancelling here 2L by D into tan alpha plus pi. Okay, this is the our mechanical advantage of the our screw jack. Okay, mechanical advantage, and sometimes they may also give you velocity ratio. Okay, those are also asking to you, so that time you may also consider here. Okay, now the topic is over, and today's session is also going to be over. The time is nearer to that. Okay, and so anyone, anyone have the doubts? Please unmute your mics and raise your queries. Roll number 376. Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Just will take the attendance.
సార్ అటెండెన్స్ ఇస్తున్నా
తీసుకుంటున్నామమ్మా.
ఆజాద్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసుకో.
తీస్తున్నా.
ఆజాద్ ఎస్టర్డే అటెండెన్స్ కూడా సెండ్ చేయమ్మా నాకు.
సార్ మీకు పెట్టేశాను సార్ నిన్నే.
పెట్టారా నాకు?
వాట్సాప్ డాక్యుమెంట్ చేస్తాను. డాక్యుమెంట్ చేస్తా ఫోటో.
అదేలేండి, ఒకసారి నేను చూస్తాను. అయితే
సుధీశ్వర్ రెడ్డి ఎవరు?
Okay, no need to take their name, mama. If they cannot change their name, okay, just leave them. So what we have determine here, those already known, and in our engineering mechanics already most of the topics are covered in our engineering mechanics. So that's why I am dragging fastly. Okay, all of you understand the particular topic. The important thing is you will also copy the total matter. It is very important. So when you will only listen to the total matter, you didn't understand well, particularly to the these derivations and problems. So you will also copy you will also make the copy. So that is also very important. What are the forces are there? when we take the equilibrium conditions, how many horizontal forces are there, how many vertical forces are there, how they write our vertical forces are equals to 0 and what horizontal forces are equals to 0, and how to get the unknowns by the help of their conditions. So just we will see that. Someone asked the doubt, that is the SAR sin alpha by pi d. Roll number 347. Who is roll number 347? Please unmute your mic. Where we write the sin alpha by pi d? Sin alpha by pi d. And one of the important thing is there. Okay. Who were coming lately to the class, to enter into the class, and some of the members are okay going out and lastly to log into the our meeting. I will also allow you, but the thing is the total meeting is recorded. So okay, don't forget it. The total meeting is recorded by the recorded, and the total details. How many minutes did you hear the meeting, and the duration timings, and your login timing and logout timings, all are recorded. All are okay. All are there. So when they are inspect the particular things, then you will also get the problem. Okay, you will also face the problem with the attendance. So just all of you be careful about a particular thing. Okay, so it is also very important. And I didn't worry about of such okay that thing, but the thing is okay, all are recorded. So you will be careful. Okay, when you are log in and log out, so those things are all are recorded, all are already recorded. So what are the things are there? Just you will be careful about of that okay issues. All of you understand? Please unmute your mics. Please respond.
Sir,
Roll number 347. Please unmute your mic. Okay. Are you understood the total? Okay. Are you understood the derivation?
Yes, sir.
And roll number 352. Sorry. Roll number 63, Raja. Please respond. 63. So all of you observe that inclined plane point of view. Hello. Is it understand? Inclined plane point of view, what is the minimum force? Okay, what is the requiring value is there for getting the minimum force values? Those are directly to written here. So actually we will make the okay some mathematical okay some calculation part, some part is there, some formulation part is there, but I didn't do that. Directly to write the minimum force P value and okay with friction and without friction. So that is how we write the particular values. Just you will make the particular particular formulation. So formulation, when you will make the particular calculation procedure, then you may also get the values. P value is how much and P naught is how much. Why? Because how many forces are there? How much of what are the angles are there between the forces? Already given in our diagram. It's not a tough task. Already you made the such type of problems in our friction chapter in our engineering mechanics. Okay. Okay. Okay, bye. Now the session is going to be over, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Bye, sir. Bye.